Hi, welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. Another day in the life of a plumber on my way to a call out through a busy London over the holiday season. Where are you at this time? I hope you are having a good New Year celebration and I hope you have a good year. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing. London was very vibrant. It was about 10 to 3. Loads of people gathering, getting ready for a celebration. They had the barriers ready. People walking up and down, getting ready to party. They had roads blocked and so on. You couldn't get into certain places so easily. Understandably, with how busy it would be at midnight on New Year's Eve. Everything prepared. So I got to the call out. It was pretty minor, but they were pulling their hair out about it. Okay, so on this call out, basically one urinal wouldn't flush away and they weren't able to isolate. The other urinals were fine. So as you can see, here we go. What's it gonna do? It's gonna overflow. So had to trace and sort of repair this. So people were panicking about it overflowing. They saw it as a major flood. I basically found an old isolation and isolated it because after cleaning out the bottle trap, I wasn't able to basically clear the blockage. It seemed like the blockage was further along the line and I'd need a drain snake or a wet vac or something of that nature in order to unblock it, and I didn't have that to hand, nor did I have the time, because you have to sort of make safe on these jobs and not get too carried away. On my way to another call out on New Year's Day in the early hours of the morning, I was quite surprised how much traffic there was. Why was I surprised? But at 4 a.m, I didn't expect there to be so many cars on the road. It was between about 4 and 5, I believe, 4:37. I was expecting this journey to take only about half an hour, but instead it was more like 50 minutes. So the navigator took me off at the Tower of London. So when I got there, it basically said to me, yep, you need to come off there and basically turn around and take a different route through London. And I managed to get through that traffic thanks to Waze. I don't know if Google Maps would have realised that quick enough. This is just me before setting out on my journey. Made sure I had my tea and my pot noodle and so on already, because I didn't know when I'd be eating again. What do you do when you're on a call out? Any tips? Do you keep the AC on, keeping yourself cool? Make sure you drink caffeine? Let me know what you do. So at a call out, I did have to check some relay, but underneath you have, sometimes you can see the low voltage and the high voltage, and the low voltage tends to be switching the high voltage, and I was making sure that my boilers had switch lives going to them, and then I could identify that the boilers were at 4. On the way back from the call out, this was just after the New Year celebration. So over the holidays, I've been studying as well, trying to get my exams out of the way, my mock exams that is, because I've got my level 2 week 3 and 4 coming up. So level 2 should be out of the way, then I can get my 18th edition done and then my level 3, and hopefully I'll be finished by April. So I've just going through my modules. I've finished health and safety already. That was at week 1. Week 2 was principles of electrical science. And then week 3 and 4 are coming up. Week 3 is where all the exams are done, and then week 4 is all the practical that needs to be done. So looking forward to that, and I'm just going through to see if there's any chinks in my armour on the tests, on the theory side. But I do need to also brush up on the practical side, but I may do that more at the centre. Need to go over what I've learned as well in the practical. So this is an example of one of the exams I have taken on here, first attempt and so on. And I can go in and watch the video, which is very helpful. And going into the new year, sometimes I have to go back over some of my own videos to recap and learn things again. For instance, starting a new year, I want to start well. And so I'm going through a list of things that I need on my van again, things I need to buy, tools I need to invest in and so on. And because sometimes my jobs are really mixed up and I don't know what I'm doing on my jobs. So basically I need to revise my tools as to what I've been using more of the last month and take out of my tool bag what I don't need. So I've got a video on this. It's called Tools and Materials Checklist. I recommend it to you. I have to check in on it every now and then, my tools checklist and materials. I think you should always do this. You should do the same. You should have a checklist to make sure that you don't run out of any like caps for capping off gas supplies or anything that's going to really leave you snookered. So make sure that you have everything you need.